Hey everyone, I'm Christian Dunham, and today I've got something really cool for you. Brand new Polaroid. Actually, funny story. So I bought this for my girlfriend like in December. I ordered it online, I had it shipped to my house, and I was going to give it to her for Christmas. It was gonna be a pretty cool Christmas gift. Well, fast forward to Christmas Day, she texts me this photo. Hey, I got this brand new Polaroid. Check out what my sister got me. And I'm just sitting there like, I got you that same Polaroid. But anyway, don't worry, I got her other things. Today I will be unboxing this OneStep. To my understanding, it hasn't been out super long, but I got this pretty cool package. 3 sets of color film, 3 sets of black and white film. This really cool like card, and then it comes with this bag as well, which is pretty fun. Alright, I didn't have a knife, so I went and I got one. The packaging is really nice. Okay, so here it is. It's a really good color. I'm actually glad I stuck with the white because I don't know if I would have liked the black as much. I'm weird and I keep like all my boxes for like cool items that I get. My PlayStation 4 box, I have my Sony camera box, my Nintendo Switch box. I just keep all of them. I don't know, they're kind of cool. It's a thing of mine. So each set comes with 8 photos. No, I got 6. So 8 times 6. I'm not gonna answer that question. How to start using it? I gotta charge it for like 2 hours. Dang. Alright guys, we're back. I had to charge this. It took like a couple hours, but I've put the film in. I'm gonna turn this bad boy on and see what happens. I'm gonna take some sample shots and show you guys how they turn out. Alright, so I'm back. Went out and took some photos with this new OneStep 2, and honestly, it's really cool. I'm gonna start off with the pros of this camera, and then I'll go into the cons of the camera. At the end, I'll go ahead and give my overall like thoughts on, you know, what's good about it and why I enjoyed it. Overall, I did have a really good time with this camera. My first pro to this camera is that it's really fun to use. I had to kind of do a little bit of research before I went into it, and I'll go into that after, but honestly, overall, this camera is super fun to use. You take a photo of something, it prints out right away. There's a shield that blocks the light from hitting the photo because you don't want the light to directly land on the film. So what I did was I would take it out and put it under the camera so that it was covered. No light was being exposed onto the film. The second thing that I really loved about this is honestly, the design is pretty cool and it's pretty easy to use for anyone that would just jump right into using this camera. There's not a whole lot to it. There's a on and off button. You have the shutter. You've got, you know, the area where the cartridge goes in. There's a button back here that prevents the flash from going off, which is also pretty cool because if you're outside and it's perfectly lit, you don't need that flash on. My third favorite thing about this camera is these lights up here, which tell you how much film you have left. Well, something I realized when I was out shooting a little bit ago was that I wasn't keeping track whatsoever at how many shots I had left. And so if it wasn't for that indicator, I would be completely clueless because that's the last thing I'm thinking about. The last thing I'm thinking about is, oh, there's the 7th shot I took. I have one more. Like that, for me, was a really handy feature. I'm really glad they implemented. Now there's a couple things that I want to talk about that honestly were not super easy to use with this camera. So there was a lot of research I did prior to using it so that I knew exactly what to do. But even while using the camera, I realized that when I print out a photo, I have to be super careful with that film. I can't expose it to light or too much light. You know, it has to be in a good environment. I'd print out the photo, I'd slip it right into my camera facing up so that there was no light being exposed to that image. But to be honest, part of that was kind of like a nuisance. I've used film cameras like the Fujifilm Instax Mini. You know, you take a photo, it prints out, and honestly develops pretty quickly, and there's not a whole lot to it. This, I've found, at least from my personal experience, that the film is a lot more delicate, and you have to be very gentle with when it prints out. The film, which I believe is priced at like $15.99 a pack, comes with 8. So that's gonna be definitely a con for me. I've seen film that is cheaper from, you know, Fujifilm, but all in all, honestly, this camera is pretty cool. I did learn a lot. I went downtown and took a lot of photos, and I would recommend buying this camera if you've got that money and you kind of want to have something that's fun to take with you places. I would say the only thing to mention is really research and do your best to get to know like what you're getting into, because one, it can be very expensive. Two, not really knowing how to use film can also be a tough thing to kind of understand. I know in the grand scheme of things, it's not very complicated, but it is a learning curve, and you do have to understand how to go about using it. But anyway, thanks for watching my unboxing video. I will definitely post another video soon. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Thanks.